58 of the SFL's brightest stars take the field tonight in Miami, Florida for the SFL Pro Bowl of Season 11. We saw a blowout last year, but what will happen tonight where Team Mighty and Team T-Pat and 4 other new assistant coaches to the Pro Bowl will take the field and just find out who's going to be the ultimate superstar in this All-Star game. It starts right now. Welcome to Miami, Florida for tonight's SFL Pro Bowl game between the San Diego Top Guns, otherwise known as Team Mighty, and the Miami Goliaths, otherwise known as Team T-Pat. With Shan Varner on stats, Damon Simeon, I'm Cameron Irvine. Damon, how you doing tonight?
Hey Cam, I am great, buddy. Excited to be here at the Pro Bowl to see all of the SFL finest come together on one field and duke it out.
There's the lineup. There are the studs. Top Guns led by Ron Cochran, the championship game MVP. On the other side, the Miami Goliaths and Christian Christensen. Christensen threw 2 touchdowns in last season's Pro Bowl. And we head down to the field for the coin toss. These uniforms won the community vote amongst created teams, as the Miami Goliaths will be in the all dark grays and the Top Guns in the all whites with the copper gold helmets tonight. Miami wins the toss. They'll defer. That'll put Ron Cochran and Kentez Johnson on the field first. It's unlimited substitutions out there here tonight. And so you're going to get to see a lot of different players all night long. It's a fun one. And we're happy you're here. Kick it. We're underway.
Boot it.
That's all I can say.
5 yards deep into the end zone. We'll get both of them in as Max Jackson returns out to the 21-yard line. And, man, Damon, this is going to be fun. We got the rosters in front of us. It's going to be a little crazy in the first quarter trying to figure out who's on the field, but we're going to have a good time tonight.
I know, right? Not totally understanding which team is which. I got to look at my roster sheet just to see who belongs where, Cam. But, hey, man, I'm ready. Let's get this thing going.
All right, so first and 10 of the 21, and Ron Cochran back to pass, and Ron Cochran is going to get sacked on the game's first play. That sack from Miami. That's coming from Scott LaRue playing in his final SFL game.
Scott LaRue is a big guy who loves to put pressure on every QB he comes across. And this time, the first play of the game here in the Pro Bowl, a defensive lineman come away with a big play and not anyone from the offensive side of the field.
Second down and 16 at the 15-yard line. We'll remove those records in a moment on the score bug. And Cochran's going to throw deep, and the pass is almost intercepted, knocked away by Ryan Michaels, another player who's playing in his final game tonight in the Pro Bowl.
You're absolutely right there. Ryan Michaels decided to step down and retire his SFL career and pick up a position in the league office. I mean, I believe he's going to do outstanding work for the league. It's something that he wanted to do when he joined the SFL. He did not intend to come in as a player, but he's doing what he wanted to do, and that's do something in league office.
Cochran, deep ball again, and it's picked up by Michaels. 30, 20, 10. Have a day. Ryan Michaels down to the goal line. They don't give him a touchdown.
It should have been a touchdown there by Michaels, Cam. This guy here is this is why I wanted the guy to stay in the league, because of the plays that he makes just like this here. A great defender. My goodness, look how he just went up and took that thing out of the air.
Pass was intended for Ken Gossett, who got absolutely annihilated at the end of the play. And it starts Miami with a 1st and goal on their goal line. What a series for Ryan Michaels. Unbelievable. So at quarterback here to start is Shabazz Synergy, the Dallas Lobo. And with 2 backs in the backfield, he'll hand it off to Jason Williams for a Miami touchdown. The Alaska Storm fullback picking up where he left off for Team T-Pat against Team Mighty.
And Cam Williams has been outstanding in the red zone, especially in goal line situations all season long for those Alaska Storms. And now he's doing it here for the Miami Goliaths in the SFL Pro Bowl.
Oh my gosh, how about that against his former, or well, not his former coach, still his current coach, but against the coach that got him back-to-back titles. Williams on the first play from Miami's offense. Yowza.
I can only imagine T-Pat telling Williams at the beginning of the game, you may play for Alaska, but you playing for me tonight, son.
Extra point is good, and Miami is up 7-0 early on a one-play drive, thanks in part to the Ryan Michaels pick, and we welcome you in to the SFL broadcast booth. The Cam tonight is working.
Cam is sweet as ever.
Miami kicks it away. Jack Brown in the chat room saying, breaking, because of this, Ryan has stepped down from assist. Oh, the ball's out! The ball is out! It's fumbled and recovered by Miami. That's Ryan Bass, one of only 13 players on this roster tonight that isn't a star player in the SFL.
And Cam, I got to tell you one thing, sir. These Goliaths are living up to the name because they're starting to bully these guys who are with the top guns.
Max Jackson on the return, and the fumble appeared to be forced by another non-contact, Corey Mustard at tight end. And, well, I didn't expect to see the two guys that don't play in the SFL all over this Pro Bowl so early, but they are. And we start with a two-back set again for Miami. Again, a terrific field position. Jaye Inyola, the MVP, picks up 7 yards.
I think the Miami team has a little bit of an advantage with these two backs. They got the fullback Williams, and then they have the halfback MVP of the SFL, Cam, Jaye Inyola. Both of these guys are some power runners.
7-0, Miami on top of San Diego early. This is the SFL Pro Bowl. And Team T-Pat right now all over Team Mighty, who's won back-to-back championships. Handoff, Inyola running left, and Inyola is speared at the 13-yard line. The tackle made by Kaz McFly, the Baltimore Vulture.
The defense was in a 3-4 coverage there, Cam, and I thought that they was pretty much in the wrong formation against that jumbo of the offense. It looked like they knew what they were doing coming out in that 34, and they held the running back from getting that first down.
They're starting a 4-3 here on 3rd down and 2. One more handoff to Inyola, and Inyola is slammed in the backfield, and getting there first was Jeffrey Daggs out of Mexico City, forces a field goal.
See, Cam, this is what happens when you win the MVP. You get a little big-headed. There was a big hole there for Inyola, but he decided to bounce it outside to try to look fancy and run down the sideline. All he had to do was stay going straight up the middle, pick up the first down.
Synergy in the offense, still in the game. Another bunch set here with two backs in the backfield, and they haven't really spread it out yet tonight, and it looks like Team T-Pat's going to take a timeout here, maybe the Pro Bowl, but no getting away from that. Miami will kick the field goal.
Sometimes in a situation like that, you have to watch the quarterback because Synergy loves to do that quarterback sneak.
That's right.
He loves to do that quarterback sneak, catch you off guard there. Have you thinking he's going to run it to the halfback or dump it off to a pass, and he'll take it up the middle right for himself.
Chat shoutouts, True KJ5, that's Kentez Johnson, Siege Falco, T-Loff MZ, Tackle Saint, that's Chad Tackle, Alex Dominguez, Kaz McFly, the Dead Knight 57, Warhammer 62, that's Gabriel Manning, and many others. Inyola, 3 carries for 9 yards here so far tonight, playing in his first Pro Bowl.
And here's my favorite kicker.
Low snap, and the kick is blocked, and is it going to go through? No, it's missed wide right. Cole Varner gets his kick blocked, and this is the craziest 3 minutes I think we could have ever expected in the Pro Bowl.
Did I jinx the guy?
I think Maricatera actually blocked that kick. Wow.
See if the Top Gun can get something going here, Cam.
So we've seen a fumble on a kickoff return by a Vegas Fury member, and then a block kick by a Vegas Fury member. Cochran airing it out deep, and the pass is caught in one-on-one coverage by Giacomo Jones of Denver.
And that's why Ron Cochran was MVP of the championship game, Cam. Look at this gutsy throw here. Takes a two-step drop, right for that thing across the middle of the field to his wide receiver, looking like Dan Marino with that sling and of the arm.
On the tackle was A.J. Levy back there for Sioux Falls, but what a crazy start to this ball game as Miami comes down the dime.
It has been a crazy one to start, yes, sir.
7-0, 7:52 to go in the first. Remember, all the different formations have different players in them. Cochran's pass is caught to the near side, caught by Ken Gossett, who had one picked off when it was going his way on the first drive, and San Diego's at the Miami 41.
Speaking of Ken Gossett, he had a hell of a game last season in the Pro Bowl himself. If I'm not mistaken, I think he had a 90-something yard touchdown reception in that game.
I do remember that. That was a crazy right on the goal line there. 7:35 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Miami, but Team Mighty now driving. Cochran's still in the ball game. Cochran hit from behind, and Cochran's pass is overshot. Intended for Jones, and getting in on the pressure is Scott LaRue again, who's having a night.
And with that pressure, LaRue forced Cochran to overthrow his receiver. If he had maybe 1 second more, maybe two, Cochran may have come away with a reception there down the field.
So 2nd down and 10 for the 41-yard line. We've seen Cochran in this 4-wide set here for much of the first quarter for San Diego. Have yet to see Kentez Johnson on the field. 7:28 to go in the first. Cochran 2 of 5 for 15 yards and a pick early. Now, far side pass is caught to bring up 3rd down and 5. And over there to make the play was none other than D.R. Sim.
The doctor is in the house.
For a 5-yard gain now. Don't blow it. Use it on a 30-yard pickup.
Well, I was talking about myself here in the booth.
7:20 to go. Now, out of the eye, Kentez Johnson in the game. 2 backs, 2 receivers. Johnson going to throw. Johnson's first pass to the Pro Bowl is a catch to Sim. Hyena to convert the first down. And Ryan Michaels, another Houston Hyena on the tackle. Boy, you just can't see this anywhere else.
Look at this here, Cam. The old veteran is running his mouth to Michaels. And not only is that in practice, Michaels was unable to touch Sim. Now he's able to get his shot.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Man, you just can't write this stuff. 1st and 10 at the Goliath's 28-yard line. 6:57 to go in the first quarter. Miami out to an early 7-0 lead. Johnson going to throw. Kentez Johnson's pass is nearly intercepted. Knocked away there as Gossett was the intended target. And that may have been Levy out there again on the coverage. No, Mahmoud Ajlani, the Atlanta Swarm.
This is a sneaky safety right here, man. This guy here has been on a lot of coaches' mind and gave them a lot of nightmares before opening, not opening night, but before the game. I mean, this dude here is just one of the best free safeties that we have in this game. He plays a lot like the Ed Reeds and, guys in that nature who just straight ball hawks.
6:52 to go in the first. Johnson still in. 2nd down and 10. 3-step drop. Johnson fires out the Gossett pass cop for a 4-yard gain. Michaels running over there in coverage. 6:49 to play. Another 3rd down and 6 coming up for San Diego. Having a lot of fun here in Miami. This was a fun week down in Florida. Beautiful weather.
Oh, do I love Miami.
Oh, yeah. 3rd and 6 from the 24. 6:38 to go. Cochran back in the game out of the gun. 3-3 defense for Miami. Cochran going to throw. Has time. Cochran's pass caught by Jones. First down to the 11-yard line. Giacomo Jones. Couple of grabs.
What a catch there by Jones. Coming across the middle of the field. Knowing that he's going to get hit. Take a look over here on the replay as he comes away with his skinny post. Oh, what was the defender doing? Did he just lose him in his shoes?
That's Slim Shady.
Hey, I'm Slim Shady. No, I'm not going to go there.
1st and 10 at the 11. Giacomo Jones showing out. He's got a couple of early grabs here for San Diego, trying to answer the Jason Williams touchdown. First handoff of the game for San Diego, and that doesn't go for much. The carry for just one went to Colin Hart of Sioux Falls. We've yet to see Ash Odom, who scored 2 touchdowns in last year's Pro Bowl get a carry.
And Ash Odom was a beast in that Pro Bowl. A man amongst boys.
2nd and 9 at the 10. 5:40 to go first quarter. Johnson under center, split backs, back to pass. Kentez Johnson fires it into traffic, almost caught. That was Mike Daggs coming across, and Slyn Shady gets the deflection.
And Cam, on that pass there, Johnson did not look like the rookie of the year candidate on that pass there. He looked like something totally different, throwing that thing in all that traffic.
My apologies. That was Chris Curtis, actually, the intended receiver, wearing a new number tonight, number 83, with Gossett wearing 84. So Cochran back in, out of the gun, 4 wide, 3 off the left side. Cochran back to pass, fires over the middle, wide open. Got the first down to the goal line, and a double team tackle made on, who caught that ball? That was Siege Falco of Atlanta, getting San Diego down to the goal line, and I believe Patrick Ketza, his teammate, on the stop.
The SFL MVP champion comes in and say, "Let me show you how it's done, rookie."
Johnson back in, I formation. 2 receivers. Hand off to Ash Odom. And Ash Odom with a stiff arm. He says, "I know what game it is. It's the Pro Bowl." And he's got his 3rd touchdown in 2 Pro Bowls. San Diego down just 1.
Ash Odom is not the man of steel. He's the arm of steel. Take a look at this stiff arm here, Cam, as he put the defender in a body bag, just right in the sternum. Get off of me.
That was Ryan Davidson falling to the ground.
Davidson might want to change his name after that.
Who should he change it to?
Powder Puff.
Oh man, somebody not in the Pro Bowl, man. Powder Puff, that's cold. 5:02, that's as cold as Alaska. 5:02 to go. Extra point is good from Matt Rage, and San Diego, despite a slow start, has tied the game at 7. What a drive! As I believe. Ron Cochran now 5 of 9 for 30 yards, and Kentez Johnson had some good throws on that drive as well.
Well, I tell you, I'm glad that this game is being played here in Miami and not in Alaska. The last time I was in Alaska, somebody robbed me with a bucket of water.
All tied at 7 from the 6-yard line. A speedy return up to the 27, but good coverage. That's Gabriel Manning, the dangerous return man representing the San Francisco Sharks tonight. And Miami, for the first time tonight, will start with a long field.
And man, Gabriel was given the biggest contract I've ever seen in SFL history.
This is Shabazz Synergy back in, and man, Team T-Pat is trying to rough him up with some heavy sets. It's a 3-4 defense for San Diego. Synergy's changing the play. That's Williams to the left, and Inyola running left, and Jaye Inyola, not much there, closing that down on the near side. Jeffrey Daggs and Kaz McFly, another Vulture Aztec combined stop.
I'll tell you one thing, this Top Gun defense from San Diego, man, they're playing some pretty good defense over here against Jaye. You normally don't see the league MVP only picking up 1 yard on the carry.
Man, it's a ton of fun. 79 viewers, and I'm sure we're going to get more throughout the night, especially if this game stays close, as Christian Christensen's in for his first snap, and the handoff goes to Inyola, and he picks up just 2. So Inyola now 5 carries and hasn't gotten much yardage, and it's 3rd down and 7 for Miami. They're going to have to pass.
And I don't think we've seen Ray Bentley thus far for Miami as well.
We have not. Jaye, 5 carries, 9 yards. He's been shut down. This is Synergy in the shotgun with 5 wide. Shabazz Synergy going long. Pass is knocked away. Knocked away by Oscar Dunkley of Queen City. And Miami's going to have to punt the football.
And Cam, I think the league's leading passer kind of forced that one. If he would have took his time and let the play develop, that receiver probably could have had some open daylight, and he probably could have been able to convert that reception on that target.
So Miami will punt it away. This game has sort of turned on its head. We had a quick interception from Ryan Michaels. They scored on the next play. Then the fumble on the kickoff return. But then San Diego getting the blocked field goal as Davidson returns up to the 38-yard line, and then getting the touchdown on the last drive. On that drive, Kentez Johnson was 2 for 3 for 7 yards, but of course converted that critical first down.
One thing about Johnson, Cam, is that we know that he is a very high percentage thrower.
Cochran's in the gun to start the drive, and a 3-3 defensive look for Miami. 3 receivers for Cochran, going to hand it off out of the gun, hurdling and picking up lots of yardage. 6 on the carry, Colin Hart of Sioux Falls.
That was a great play there. A handoff out of the shotgun, pretty much almost like a RPO type of deal right there, where that Cochran had the option to either run it, keep it himself, or either pass it down the field. Not much. I mean, it's not very often that you see a run play coming out of the shotgun here in the SFL.
2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line. Cochran out of the gun. Going to hand it off. And the handoff. Go! Ash Odom! He just murdered somebody. Who was that? That was Tyrone Zeus, who got hit all the way back to London.
Wow. I'm lost of words.
Look at this. Oh!
You need 2 hands coming to tackle this man, not one. Like as I stated, he's a man amongst boys when he runs the ball.
He looked like Alex Smith out there. Is it too soon?
Looking like Christian Okoye.
1st and 10 at the 48. Handoff to Odom, and he gets buried by, check that, that was Colin Hart, buried by Ryan Michaels, 2nd and 9.
Cam, Ryan Michaels sits at 6'3", over 200+ pounds. This is not your average cornerback who stands at 5'9". This man here loves to hit.
From midfield, what a ball game here. 2:25 to go in the first, tied at 7, Team Mighty on the move. Top Guns in white, Goliaths in the dark gray. The handoff goes to, wow, look at Odom. Down to the 41-yard line. Ash Odom, the tackle by Aaron Lee of Atlanta.
Ash Odom is showing his Ray Bentley impressing there on that run, Cam. Got stopped before the first down line and then just bulldozed himself forward with nothing but strength and power.
1st and 10 to the 41-yard line. The handoff to Hart, and Colin Hart picks up 4. And the running back duo of Colin Hart and Ash Odom getting it done. They'll see each other on the field in prime time in season 12. Odom, 4 carries, 18 yards, and a touchdown so far.
You know what, Kim? I think I'm starting to like seeing these handoffs out of the shotgun here by San Diego. As I stated earlier, this is something you don't see very often in the SFL, and it would totally throw a defense off because they really don't know if you're going to run it or you're going to pass it.
2nd and 6 at the 38. Handoff again. This to Hart, and Hart is hit high and hit low. Double team tackle made by Jack Brown. And Mike Fats Johnson wearing 94 tonight, and Brown wearing 43 as well. Had to get some numbers changed. Lots of stars on the field. 3rd and 7 at the 38-yard line. Cochran's out of the gun. Dime look for Miami, trying to get a stop. Cochran in trouble, and Cochran is sacked by Fats Johnson. The Tallahassee Pride member getting his revenge on a Storm QB, and it's 4th and 13.
Fats Johnson come right up the middle, untouched, Cam. What was 60 doing? Oh, my goodness. You got to get a hand on Fats.
Man, that was one of the easiest sacks Johnson's going to have in quite some time, and that forces a punt out of San Diego, and they'll try to pin Miami deep. And my mistake, you are right. Fats Johnson, the former Tallahassee Pride member, and now a member of Las Vegas, getting my teams all mixed up. And this is a good punt from Dustin McRack all the way down to the 4. Stellar kick there by Dustin. He was on the Fury as well, and Las Vegas showing out here on special teams in the special teams and defense here in the Pro Bowl.
And Cam, sacks for Fats Johnson is nothing that's new to him. The guy ended the season at 14.5 sacks, total of 42 single tackles, 51 tackles for loss, Cam.
Synergy Can't find much of anything there as the wrap-up came by Amon Takes, wearing 35 tonight in honor of what he believes to be a Pro Bowl snub, and many others as well. And that ends the first quarter of play in the Pro Bowl. What a stellar quarter of play. We'll take a break. This is the SFL on Twitch TV. We're back to Miami after a word from our sponsor. APM Music is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com and visit their all-new esports landing page to find the best highlight music, heroic action, and epic sounds to boost the quality of your esports stream just like us. Log on to form.apmmusic.com/esports for more information. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
Fuel is an entirely new production and distribution technology that transforms the online viewing experience. Fuel makes the live and the most recent newscast available online automatically. This is a feature called Nonstop News, where the viewers enjoy a TV-like viewing experience without the station doing anything.
Start of the second quarter. It's a second down and 9 from the 4. You're watching the SFL Pro Bowl on Twitch TV. That's just a pickup of 1 yard for the great Ray Bentley. Tackle made by E.K. Vincent of Dallas.
Vincent, the star linebacker for Dallas, used to play tight end, converted over to the defensive side once he signed with the Dallas Lobos. He's been an outstanding linebacker for them.
3rd and 8, and Miami runs it, trying to get out of the shadow of their own goal line, and Ray Bentley can't do much with that, so that'll be a punt for Miami, and these defenses have started to step up after a wild first 5 minutes of this ballgame.
Yeah, Cam, I'm not sure why Miami waited to 3rd and 8 to give the ball to Ray Bentley. And that normally in that situation, you're in passing down.
So a punt from deep in their own end zone. This should give Ryan Davidson some good room to return here. This is from the 42-yard line, and Davidson up to the 37. Miami 2 sacks and 1 pick, nearly a pick 6. Ray Bentley just 9 yards on 3 carries. The updated stats from Shan Varner holding it down for us tonight on the back end of things. All right, 9:57 to go in the first half, and this is great field position for San Diego. A 7-7 Pro Bowl, definitely a lot closer than last season, and we're having a lot of fun here in Miami. This is Ron Cochran handed off to Ash Odom, and Ash Odom got a taste of his own medicine there. A 2-yard loss as he is ransacked in the backfield by Chad Tackle.
Chad Tackle, the big guy from Houston who loves to make a lot of noise in the backfield, comes away with that big tackle in the backfield, Cam.
The 39-yard line, a 2-yard loss and 4 wide again for San Diego. Cochran getting plenty of work here in the first half. The lefty back to throw, fires to an open receiver. That's Siege Falco. Picks up 9 yards, and the tackle on the other side made by Ryan Davidson of Alaska. And forgive me, that is Jeffrey Daggs returning for San Diego. Got my wires crossed there. Appreciate you guys understanding that if you did it, you probably wouldn't be very good. That was a joke. 3rd down and 3. Kentez Johnson hands it off to Odom, and Odom only picked up 2, and he needed 3 as Miami wraps him up. That's Blake Craze from Indianapolis. And DR, it's not very often that a player joins a team mid-season and gets a Pro Bowl nod.
No, it's not often do you see that, sir. Not at all.
So with 8:36 to go, remember San Diego blocked a Miami field goal earlier. This is a 45-yarder for Matt Rage to give the Top Guns their first lead of the day. And the 45-yarder is on its way and good. San Diego has built a 3-point lead.
Well, if you ask me, Cam, I say you got to give it up to San Diego's defense here. because their defense was outstanding while Miami was down there in the goal line, well, basically on the goal line, inside of the 10, should we say. And it forced Miami to have to punt the ball, which gave San Diego great field position for that possession there. And with that great defense playing well, they were able to come away with 3 points on the board.
Rage kicks it away from the 7-yard line. This on the return is Manning, and Gabriel Manning gets it up to the 29-yard line. Boy, if they miss a tackle on him, he's gone. That's all I got to say. Shout out to the assistant coaches tonight for Team Mighty. LB Allen III is the offensive coordinator. Johnny Savage, the rookie, is the defensive coordinator. They will both be coaching in Carolina next season as the Skyhawks reload their coaching staff. And on the other side for Team TPAT, Mac McDaniel is the offensive coordinator. He's in New Orleans. And Ethan Kai is the defensive coordinator. He is coming back to St. Louis. So 8:17 to go in the first half. This is Shabazz Synergy with a sidearm throw. That pass is caught in traffic. An 8-yard gain. And the reception made by Manning, his first.
And I'll tell you one thing, Cam, Manning does it all. The dude plays receiver. I've seen him play running back and scored a touchdown on that play. Plays kick return as well. What a throw by Shabazz Synergy. Sidearm throw, getting it past the defensive line there and finding the open Manning.
Avery King was in coverage. Sees Falco, by the way, has 25 yards on 3 receptions, so he's been putting in some work for San Diego. This is 2 in the backfield with Synergy on second down. The handoff, and in trouble, big time in trouble in the backfield. Somehow managing to get just a loss of a yard out of that play. Eddie Gage on the stop, and I believe that was Bentley on the carry.
It was Bentley on the carry, but give credit to 2 Scoops for playing up there in the box. And Cam, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but Miami really haven't been in a spread offense. They've basically been in bunch formation.
3rd and 3. This is Christensen with 2 in the backfield. He fires a dart for a first down to the 41-yard line. That was an absolute laser as he finds Shan Varner, wearing number 89 tonight, representing Chicago.
And Cam, speaking of Christensen, the guy threw for a passer rating in last year's Pro Bowl. 116.8 was his passer rating. 15 for 21, 118 yards passing, 5.6 yards per attempt.
Christensen still in the game, and this is the first time we've seen Miami in a 4-wide set. They're going to hand it off. Running left in a head full of steam is Jaye Yola, picking up 7 down to the Miami 48-yard line. And in the vicinity of that play, Maricatera and a few other Top Guns.
Yeah, this is a hard-fought nose game right here, Cam. I am pretty much loving it. I'm not a defensive guy, but, man, I am loving what I'm seeing here from both teams today.
6:20 to go in the first half. Handoff to Inyola, and Jaye's not going to get there. Double-team tackle. We're seeing that a lot tonight by Oscar Dunkley and Nick Fargo representing Sioux Falls out there.
And Cam, these guys with the Jets on the side of their helmet are playing some great defense on Jaye, not allowing him to get going as what we've seen him do all season long. Break for 50, 60, 70, 80-yard runs, but not tonight.
3rd down and 1 in midfield. Synergy going to hand it off, and Inyola's got the first down to the 45-yard line. No, that's Ray Bentley actually getting the carry, and Ray, who had a pretty good Pro Bowl last year outside of the fumble when he just got clocked in the head, gets the first down.
Hey, Cam, anytime there's helmet-to-helmet issues, I'm telling you, I would drop the ball myself and grab my head because I'm wondering what's going on with it. But, hey, give it up for Ray Bentley on that last run, picking up the first down for Miami.
Williams on his second carry. He's going backwards. What a play in the backfield. Blowing that one up was William Davidson out of London, and Williams loses a yard.
Davidson gets – this is one thing you got to do here when you're going in to tackle these running backs. You got to wrap these guys up, and that's just what Davidson did. Didn't try to go in there and tackle him with his arms. He put his body on the guy and wrapped him up.
Gray's got 15 yards for 5 carries. We'll catch you up on everybody's stats at the half, and Synergy is going to be sacked. That sack made. Is it? Yes, it is. Big Sexy with his first sack of the Pro Bowl.
And watch the big fella gets his sexiness on with that rip. Gets straight to Shabazz Synergy. Comes away with the sack. I tell you, man, this San Diego defense, man, is looking really, really sweet tonight.
Johnny Savage putting in some work with Marty RX on the defensive side for San Diego. 4.5 to go in the first half. Miami's facing a 3rd and 16. Synergy's going long. It's intercepted. No McFly zone as Kaz McFly has a pick in the Pro Bowl.
McFly shows you why he's here in the Pro Bowl. This is basically what the guy did all season long, Cam. And he's going up against Optimus Klein, if I'm not mistaken, number 88 there on that play. And he comes away with the big INT.
Klein has been quiet tonight and still does not have a catch, and that's the 2nd turnover of the game. And we'll see what Kentez Johnson has in store for us under center for San Diego. He'll hand it off, and nothing doing for Ash Odom. Read like a book. Mike Johnson is having himself a day in the first half of the Pro Bowl, now 4 tackles. .410 to go. 10-7, San Diego has the edge and the ball. Welcome you into our broadcast here on Twitch TV tonight. Kentez down the middle, caught, first down to DR Sim to the 41-yard line.
And hey, man, that's what these two guys did all season long. Connect, make big plays, pick up first downs, and move the chain.
3:42 left in the first half. The Top Guns with a 3-point lead in a very competitive Pro Bowl here through the first half. 3 receivers, split backs in the backfield. Nickel package for Miami. Handoff and going nowhere as Colin Hart making the big play in the backfield is tackle as the Hyenas continue to show out.
Big Chad tackle, man. What a hit there. Blew up the entire play. Cam, it looks like the guy was untouched. I don't know what's going on with these offensive linemen, but they do not want to have anything to do with these defensive linemen tonight.
3:08 to go. Kentez Johnson is 3 of 5 for 28 yards, but Cochran's back in the game here. 3-3 look. They're going to hand it off on 3rd down and long. Colin Hart going to break a tackle, and then right before the first down, he is massacred by Ryan Davidson. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Man, what a hit. Ryan Davidson came away with a big smack. Oops upside the head type of tackle. My goodness.
3rd and short at the San Diego 49-yard line, just shy of midfield. Cochran's in the gun. Nickel look from Miami. 13 on the play clock. Cochran going to hand it off again, and Ash Odom is hitting the backfield and won't go anywhere. Lost a yard, and very slow to get up after making the tackle. A Qantas Shine of Atlanta, and that will likely be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, not sure why San Diego decided to run the ball there out of the shotgun on 3rd down. It's something you do on 1 and on 1st and on 2nd, but not on 3rd down. You basically got to pass that.
So punt from McRack is away, and it's going to hit the 10-yard line, and taking the return up for 2 yards was Ryan Davidson, and that is the 2-minute warning here in the Pro Bowl. And what a Pro Bowl it's been. You're watching the SFL Pro Bowl on the SFL Network on Twitch TV, presented by APM Music.
Cam, Miami really got to get something going here. They're coming out in another bunch formation. I'm expecting run here, sir.
Shabazz Synergy under center. They've used Christensen a bit more sparingly, at least here in the first half. And they start with a run, as predicted, picking up 2 yards out of the 14-yard line and getting the wrap-up. Amon takes 2-yard gain.
And just for the record, no, I have not seen this game been played. I do not know the outcome of the game. I just know offense. And when I see jumbo bunch, I'm expecting a run.
Did someone seriously insinuate that?
No, just in case they do. We've seen that before.
Christensen's pass is caught for a first down to the 27-yard line. 13-yard pickup. Gabriel Manning, another reception, and he is representing the Sharks well tonight.
And Gabriel Manning is a big guy. I mean, once he get inside of you, there's pretty much nothing you can do. I mean, he gets inside of you, and that big body frame, you cannot go around him. If you do, it's pass interference.
3 receivers, 2 to the left side for Miami, down a field goal, but starting to move the ball here. Christensen hands it off and absorbing some contact, but picking up just 1 yard, takes another tackle. That was Yola, And the clock is ticking down to 48 seconds to go. By the way, Manning has 4 receptions for 28 yards on 4 targets.
And Cam, I don't know if you saw it, but Oscar Dunkley sure took one to the chest, and he jumped up and he ran to the sideline fast. I guess he didn't want to be seen.
33 seconds to go. San Diego's up 3. It's another run here, and Inola is not going to get much of anywhere. That's Bentley, 3rd and 4th at 33. Now they're running no huddle. Miami only has 2 timeouts. That may have something to do with it. They're going to hand it off to Williams on 3rd down and 4. He got the first down, still running no huddle DR.
Not sure why Miami is not calling a timeout. Maybe it's because they're still on the other side of their own side of the 50, but they're taking too much time.
And they're just running the ball, and that's going to prompt the last timeout. Yep, and that was not good. That was not good time management there from Team T-Pat as Avery King gets the tackle on the far side, and T-Pat and Heath McDaniel, Mac McDaniel, the offensive coordinator, probably going to need to get a little bit more aggressive in the second half. Where would they be without that pick from Ryan Michaels?
They're going to have to fax in maybe the Baltimore Crabs playbook and get something going on here, because the way this is going on, it just doesn't look to T-Pat standards, what I'm seeing here tonight.
You mean vultures, right?
Oh, yeah.
Trying to confuse me.
Oh, I'm confusing myself.
Handoff's going to run out the clock, and that's going to be all she wrote. And E.K. Vincent on the stop, and that brings us to the half. Again, we'll have player stat breakdowns from the first half, an extended halftime report to make sure that everybody's getting their fill of what's going on around these two teams. 29 players on each side. And what a first half, Damon. That was exciting.
Very exciting first half. Great defensive performance by both teams. If you look at the stats here, Miami just got to get something going. They got to stop running the ball, get some passing here.
130 yards for San Diego, just 65 for Miami. And 3 different turnovers in this game, including 2 from San Diego. That's really the only thing that's kept this close, and here's the first one.
And let's look at Michaels there, extending high.
That's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown, Cam. I think Miami should have challenged that play.
Jason Williams gets the benefit, and we have not had a passing touchdown tonight.
You know what? You're absolutely right. We haven't.
Just a couple of rushing touchdowns from Williams and Odom. So look at Giacomo Jones. He leads all receivers today with 37 yards.
Giacomo Jones is no soft cookie, Cam. I'll tell you that much. Guy loves to play the middle of the field, and he goes up and he gets it.
Odom with just 10 yards. By the way, Williams, 12 yards on 3 carries for a touchdown. Scott LaRue, Mike Fats Johnson with some sacks. Kaz McFly with that pick intended for Klein, who does not have a catch in the first half.
Speaking of Odom, Cam, I mean, last year's SFL Pro Bowl, Odom ended with 105 yards on 22 carries. Guy also had 2 touchdowns. Great big performance.
Here's a look at the first half player stats. Ron Cochran throwing the most, 6 of 9 for 76 yards. Christensen has not missed on a pass, but has only gotten 2 attempts out there. Does have the strongest quarterback rating at 102.1. Look at the running backs. Ray Bentley is struggling, averaging just 1.5 yards a carry. Jaye Inola has been the most effective back, averaging 4.3 yards a carry. On the receiving side of things, it's 3 receptions for DR Sim that leads the way. Manning's got 21 yards on 2 catches. 4 targets for Giacomo Jones is the most for any player. And look at Amon Takes, leading all players in tackles with 6. I know it's only been one half, Damon, but who's your MVP of the Pro Bowl so far?
So far, I mean, most likely it's probably going to be one of the defensive linemen. Well, they're coming away with these sacks. I mean, these defensive linemen, especially the guys from Miami, they're really getting it in, putting pressure on the quarterbacks of Kentez Johnson and Ron Cochran.
Michaels with that 31-yard interception return and the pass deflection. And Mike Johnson, 3 tackles for loss, more than any other player on the field tonight. 10-7, San Diego leads Miami in the SFL Pro Bowl. We will be back to Miami after a word from our sponsors. This is the SFL Pro Bowl on Twitch TV, presented by APM Music. Stay with us. Start of the second half here in the Pro Bowl. Miami's going to get the ball first. Ball's on that tee. Kick it. Go ahead, Damon.
Matt Rage, boot it.
From the 5, Manning past the 25 to the 27-yard line. Man, he is just, I mean, I don't know if it's just I didn't see a lot of San Francisco late in the season because they were out of the playoff contention, but Gabriel Manning is fast as heck, man.
He is. I think this guy has to be the fastest guy here in the SFL, and I think that's why San Francisco gave him that big contract of $115.
3-4 defense for San Diego. Cam is back. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the SFL studios. And this is a deep ball down the field. It's caught. 35 down to the 34-yard line. Optimus Klein from Christensen. The longest play on offense from scrimmage.
And one thing about Optimus Klein is that you cannot contain or keep this guy quiet for long. Eventually, he's going to make his presence felt, and he does it. Look how big he is over that corner. My goodness.
Man, Jeffrey Daggs was in the best position to make that play, and you can't really defend it much better than that.
Yes, he was, Cam. He was in great defensive position, but Klein is just too big and too powerful.
So Christensen out of the game after a huge completion. He's now 3 for 3. And the handoff, a big one to Jason Williams for the first down to the 23-yard line on his third carry.
And Cam, there's a big fullback that we spoke of earlier who just runs with so much power. Just look at it right here. Straight through the middle of the hole. Get low. Look at that. Get low, and man, somebody needs to go and have their sternum checked.
That would be McFly. 10:05 to go in the third, and what a start for Miami here in the second half. After we said they needed to open some things up, they did so in a big way on that first play of the drive. Handoff inside, picking up 7. Ray Bentley's best run of the night, and Miami's in the red zone.
And Cam, there he goes. Once you start feeding Bentley, the more he gets fed, the better he gets.
We'll take a look at the upcoming schedule of the offseason as free agency starts tomorrow, Damon, and we've got some more signings to announce after the Pro Bowl tonight. 2nd and 3. This handoff inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. Another 7-yard pickup for Ray Bentley. 1st and goal at the 9.
As I stated, Cam, once this guy starts to get going, it's going to be hard to stop him once the game starts to progress and gets deep into the 3rd and 4th quarter. Ray Bentley is a very powerful runner, Cam, and I believe that this offensive coordinator for Miami knows that.
Mac McDaniel's offense is working. Here's Synergy, sidearm throw, pass caught, and a monster hit after Varner made the catch. That was B.J. Armstrong of Denver making his first appearance in a big way.
Cam, are you hungry?
Yeah, actually, I kind of am.
I'm hungry too. B.J. Armstrong, you got barbecue on the field down there, son, and you didn't invite us. Hurt my feelings.
Man, get some sausage on that grill. Man,
Take the smoke real.
that sounds real good right now. Second and goal with a 4. Pressure in Synergy's face. Wide open. Touchdown. And it is to Mike Daggs, his first touchdown of the night.
Mike Daggs comes away with a great play here. They were in bunch formation, Cam, and I thought they were going to run the ball here, but instead they faked the entire defense and throws a little dump off here to Mike Daggs. Look what he just did to poor McFly.
Rough possession for Kaz McFly as Mike Daggs gets his first touchdown on his first reception of the night, and that by far was the best drive of the evening for the Goliaths.
I have to say that. I totally agree with you.
So Shabazz Synergy is the first quarterback to throw a touchdown here in the Pro Bowl, as Cole Varner's extra point is good. And Miami takes a 14-10 lead over San Diego. It's the third different lead change of the ball game.
And Cam, with Synergy, that's something we've been seeing all season long. This guy led the league in passing yards, probably basically every statistic that you can name of. This guy was basically up there in the top 10, top 5. Shabazz Synergy led the league with, 5,120 yards, 69.1 pass completion, 36 touchdown passes, Cam. 36. I don't even know 36 people.
Come on, you got to know 36. You got 12 on your team.
I don't know them. They know me. I don't know them. Just kidding.
8:22 to go in the third quarter. You're in that Hall of Fame club. You only know the Hall of Famers.
Yeah, I only know the gold jacket wearers.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line. 14-10. Miami over San Diego. Handoff. Not much room there for Colin Hart. The tackle made by Craze from Indianapolis. Also in there on the stop, Zeus. Whew, catch my breath. 8:05 to go in the third quarter. This has been a heck of a fun ball game to call. Synergy now 2 of 4 for 27 yards and a touchdown. Thank you, Shan Varner, on the back end of our broadcast tonight. Ron Cochran's pass is complete, just shy of the first down. That's Siege Falco with another catch, and Cochran is up to 83 yards passing.
You know what, Cam? Falco was, was an outstanding player this past season over in Atlanta. Guy put up great numbers, basically led his team, in the wide receiver category. There was some, mishaps going on with Boo Chisholm, and Falco basically just took over.
Handoff for the first down. Colin Hart again handing off out of the shotgun. We've seen that a lot out of Team Mighty tonight. And the new offensive coordinator in Carolina, L.B. Allen III, making some plays.
Cam, this is the SFL, and it is a copycat league. Don't be surprised if you start seeing everybody run out of the shotgun come next season.
It's been pretty effective tonight. 7 minutes to go. San Diego's down 4. Team T-Pat in the lead. Cochran going to hand off out of the shotgun. Odom, he bounces off a defender, still going. Ash Odom picks up 2. Eventually bringing him down was Johnson, who now has 7 tackles, but Aquantis Shine had a chance to get him, and he could not bring him down.
Although Ash Odom only picked up 2 yards on that play, Cam, maybe 1, is this guy just a phenomenal ball carrier, and this is why he has a championship underneath his belt.
High formation for Johnson. The handoff goes to Ash Odom again, picking up about 2.5. Zeus there again on the stop.
Although the Miami defense have defensive cornerbacks such as Major Key, Patrick Kitsa, Ryan Michaels, and so forth, I would love to see San Diego takes a shot downfield.
Great
challenge those DBs.
That's right. Well, we haven't seen it really since Ryan Michaels got that pick. And Giacomo Jones has gone quiet. This is Cochran going long, and it's intercepted at the 35-yard line. 40, 45, 50. What a move. What a spin move in the open field. That's A.J. Levy, the Sioux Falls Sparrow, with the takeaway.
I feel bad, Cam. I guess I shouldn't have jinxed the guy. But hey, you have to take your shots, man. You just can't just dink and dunk and expect your ball club to come away with victories that way. And hey, this is what happens when you're not effective on a deep pass.
Ken Gossett got schooled on the spin move, and a great stat from Shan Varner here tonight, DR. There has not been a single running back that's caught a pass tonight.
Wow.
5:49 to go in the third. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line of San Diego off the interception. And that pass is caught on the far sideline for a first down to the 36-yard line. That's the first catch of the night for James Hands, representing the Knights.
Hands has been pretty quiet tonight. I think this is our first time calling his name, Cam, and Hands was very outstanding over in London, where he's been very effective all season long for them.
Kaz McFly on the tackle. Matt Doyle Designs, the official graphics partner of the SFL. 7 teams have been revealed in the new look. What is your favorite look in the chat room? Would love to know, as the handoff is only going to go for a yard. There, first to make the play was Amon Takes.
Great tack there for Takes. I wasn't asked as far as what my favorite logo is, so I won't. But
top cheer. Well, we can get to you in a minute.
I know. Well, thank you. You know, even though I'm in the booth here, but you don't leave me out.
I'm just trying to get the chat ball. 2nd down and 9. Synergy sidearm throw and falling down. Boy, that looked like the Detroit Lions touchdown earlier today, as that pass is caught by Williams, and there you go. The streak is over. Williams, a back out of the backfield, making a reception.
And that's something that Williams has done outstanding all season long, Cam, is catch balls out of the backfield like a true fullback that we used to see back in the 90s. Guys such as Darryl Johnston and Griffith, who used to play for the Denver Broncos, and you know, big fullbacks catching the ball out of the backfield.
3rd down and 5. There it is. There's another one, and all over it. San Diego shuts the drive down. That was Nick Fargo, and Amon Takes on the outside as Ignola had nowhere to go. He's been pretty quiet tonight, and this is going to be a long field goal for Miami.
Yeah, give it up for the defense of San Diego there, coming away. I mean, it was like 3 to 4 guys pursued the ball carrier once the ball got into his hands. Did not allow him to pick up any yards on that play. Outstanding defense.
Cole Varner with a 49-yard field goal. He's already had 1 block tonight. This one a clean kick and a good kick from 48 yards away. And Miami has a 17-10 lead. All right, Damon, what has been your favorite team rebranding so far this offseason?
I have to say, Cam, I love that Carolina Skyhawks new logo. That thing there is a beauty.
And looking in the chat room, well, first off, shout out to the top cheers of the week. Plague 7 with 4,000 bits. X Factor 56, 1,200. Hendrix Thorne, 1,200. Eric JDWA, 1,200. X Villa 47, 1,200. Max Jackson 1,200. Father Parr 1,100. Lots of different players getting geared up for season 12 as Jackson returns out to the 25-yard line. And looking at the chat, Optimus Klein YouTube says Vancouver has a real sexy logo. The Dead Knight 57 says I'd have to say the Legion, Aztecs, and Pharaohs. Been some of my favorites. Jeff Duffy says Queen City's new logo is fire. Vancouver Legion likes his own. Not a surprise. Ram Voice likes Vancouver and Mexico City. John Boy 26 likes Vancouver and St. Louis. And the San Diego drive starts with a 3-yard pickup to Ash Odom. Check that. Colin Hart.
Hart picks up 3 yards on that carry there, Cam. This little guy here gets it done. I mean, he was outstanding for Sioux Falls. Basically led that team to the playoffs, you ask me.
3.5. Yeah, 3.5 to go in the third. Miami's up a touchdown. And San Diego trying to tie the game up. Cochran going long, deep middle, nearly intercepted again. And A.J. Levy has been all over the place. 3rd and 7. Cochran getting a little fast and loose with the deep ball down the field.
And Cam, I don't know if anyone here in the SFL has a favorite user player, but that's mine right there. A.J. Levy. I have said it for years. A.J. Levy is my favorite player in the SFL, and the reason why I say that is because of his loyalty to Sioux Falls as an organization and his loyalty to the SFL. This guy is amazing.
3:20 to go in the third. 3rd down and 7 for Cochran. And Cochran's got all day to throw. Again, deep down the middle. Pass is intercepted by Ryan Michaels. Michaels has his 2nd of the night. And San Diego is just turnover happy right now. They can't stay on the field offensively.
Cam, I know that Cochran is the league's was the championship MVP, ending the season at 76 completion ratings. I'm sorry, completion percentage. But I think San Diego may need to go with the rookie, Quintez, who ended with a 72.3 passer completion percentage. Who just Cochran just doesn't look like himself tonight. I don't know what it is.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'd like to see some more of Quintez. Cochran, 8 of 12 for 83 yards and 2 picks. Not the best night for him. This is Synergy, deep ball down the middle of the field, caught at the 23-yard line. Diving to make the play was Junior Senior the third, his first catch representing the Lobos tonight.
And man, I tell you, if I have a favorite name, it goes to this guy right here, Junior Senior the third. Watch how this guy extend his body, knowing there's defenders there in the middle of the field, comes away with a hit by Gage, and Gage is not a guy that hits lightly.
Eddie Gage, number 1 all-time in the league in tackles. He definitely has to be in the Hall of Fame this go-around. I can't imagine he'll get snubbed again. 2:43 to go in the third quarter. This is Christian Christensen. I don't think he's missed a pass tonight. That pass out to the 18-yard line. Optimus Klein's first catch, so we're seeing a lot of different receivers getting involved now for Miami.
Yeah, I believe that's Klein's second reception there. He had a big one down the field earlier here in the third quarter. That's his second one there. And Christensen, as you stated, has been outstanding when he's in the game.
2nd and 5 of the 17. Hand off to Christensen. Christensen's got a first down. Max Jackson just got lit up.
I can only crow like a crow right now. My goodness. That takes me back to the season 10 SFL championship game when Ray Bentley put Kanye Rockefeller in a body bag. Mama. There goes that man.
Jai and Yola. That's why he was the MVP. Now 2 in the backfield. Miami can take a 14-point lead here. It'd be the largest lead with a touchdown. Synergy sidearm throw, near side caught, and shoving a defender out of bounds as Williams. Synergy up to 48 yards passing.
Williams has just been outstanding on these little out routes coming out of the backfield. And they're not like out routes. They're not really out routes. They're basically like a little zag or drag route coming out of the backfield. And it has been perfected.
2nd and 6. They can get a first down, but it'd basically be at the goal line. This is Christensen back in the game, and he'll take a handoff running left. And Jai Yola has a touchdown. Miami team T-Pat is up by 2 scores.
And Cam, I tell you, once this man here gets a full head of steam, ain't nobody bringing him down. And I dislike to use the word ain't, but ain't nobody bringing him down. It's just sounding proper to me.
That's pride handing off to pride right there, getting it done for Miami. And all of a sudden, we're starting to see the momentum turn all the way towards McDaniel, Kai, and Paternity. They're on that home sideline. And San Diego's going to need to wake up. .126 to go. This is an extra point by Varner. That kick is good. It's 24-10 in the SFL Pro Bowl. T. Paternity with 100 bits in the chat.
100 bits. T-Pat, you're in the Hall of Fame. You can do better than that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Jai up to 42 yards on 8 carries. Now has, I believe he's got 1 touchdown. Jason Williams had the other. And Mike Daggs had the third. So 3 different players for Miami scoring touchdowns tonight. Ash Odom scoring the lone touchdown for San Diego, who needs to get it in gear.
Yeah, you're right, Cam. San Diego got to get something going. I know that the defensive line for Miami have came away with some sacks earlier in the game, but we haven't heard anything of them since here in the third quarter, and haven't got much pressure on Cochran. But maybe Cochran was a little disturbed about that, and that time clock in his head is just going a little bit too fast.
Out of the eye, this is Kentez Johnson in the game. He's going to throw. Johnson gets crushed, and the pass is caught by D.R. Sim. This has been the best connection of the night for Team Mighty, and Kentez Johnson is having a night as a rookie in the Pro Bowl.
See, this is why you don't underestimate rookies, Cam. Just because they're a rookie doesn't mean they can't play in this league or any other league. Let these guys play and let them do what they do best.
Tackle made by Mahmoud Islani on the back end of that play. And DR Sim showing up tonight. Ryan Michaels showing up. He's got 2 picks, the only player with 2 interceptions with 1 minute to go in the third quarter. San Diego now on the move, and Kentez Johnson is in the game. Shotgun split backs. 3-4 look for Miami. Johnson going to throw. Kentez Johnson fires it outside. Pass caught. And picking up 5 yards is Cody Scott with his first catch, the St. Louis tight end.
Great play there by Johnson. Two big plays for this young man here on this drive, shall I say. One to DR, now here to the tight end on the out route there. Great way to pick up 5 yards. Keep yourself going on the ball game.
Conker back in, 2nd and 5. 3 receivers, 2 to the right side. And the handoff up the middle. Curran Hart, head full of steam, and then immediately shut down by Aaron Lee, representing Atlanta. Lots of swarm on this T-Pat defense, Ethan Kai defense, and that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. You are watching the SFL Pro Bowl on the SFL Network on Twitch TV, presented by APM Music. We're back in 30 for an updated look on player stats. This is the Pro Bowl. Here's a look at the updated player stats, Damon. Christian Christensen is still perfect. 6 for 6, 74 yards. Shabazz Synergy threw the touchdown. He's 6 of 8 for 48. On the ground, nobody has more than 33 yards, but Hart now averaging 3 yards a carry. For the receivers, DR Sim, 4 catches, 44 yards on 4 targets, leads everybody in all categories. And Amon Takes still leading the game with 8 tackles, still just 3 sacks. Nobody has double-digit or a double pass defended. Michael says the 2 picks and still 3 tackles for loss for Mike Fats Johnson. Who stands out to you, DR?
That's right now, Cam. It's Christensen at 100% on the offensive end. But then I gotta go with Michaels on the defensive end. 2 picks here in the Pro Bowl. That is phenomenal. I mean, most guys don't get 2 picks in a regular season game. And due to this guy not being able to play the championship game this year, due to his team being knocked out in the semifinals, he's showing up big here, showing why he should have been in that championship.
Christian Christensen had himself a day in the first Pro Bowl last year as Ash Odom's going to pick up a block and get 8. Christensen in the first Pro Bowl last season, 15 of 21, 118 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. It's just something about the Pro Bowl that gets Christensen excited.
And Christensen's name in that Pro Bowl was Christensen MVP. He just came off the MVP season.
That's right. 10.5 to go, and then his teammate got it this year as Kentez Johnson hands off to Odom. Odom's running backwards, and Odom almost got away from everybody, despite it all, but dropped in the backfield for a loss back to the 40, and Craze with another tackle. He's having a good night.
This defensive line for Miami, man, has a bunch of bulldogs on it, I tell you. Starting off with Tyrone Zeus, Mike Fats Johnson, you got there. Then you got Ronaldo Gaylor, Chad Tackle. These guys here are, oh my, look at this, Cam, sorry.
Right, no, that's all right. Johnson almost avoided a sack, but then Tyrone Zeus comes in to make the play. How about that? Chad Tackle had the first shot at Kentez Johnson, and he eluded his own teammate, and it's going to force a San Diego punt.
Well, I tell you, Cam, in the locker room of Houston, Chad said, I finally get a chance to hit you now. And Kentez was pleading, please do not hit me. I see what you do to opposing quarterbacks. And I guess Chad decided to let up on him.
San Diego going to need a big defensive stop here. This is a pretty good punt, and not being able to stop it in the end. Is that Eddie Gage?
That is Eddie Gage.
Come
He's a
on,
better,
Eddie
he know better than
Gage.
that.
Come
Two
on.
scoops.
So Christensen, 6 of 6. And by the way, if you put Synergy in the mix, Miami is 12 of 14 passing tonight. Just 2 incompletions for the Goliaths, up 14. And their quarterbacks have been a big difference, or made a big difference here. And San Diego needs something to happen. Christensen to throw. He's 7 of 7. Gabriel Manning still inbounds. First down to the 30-yard line. I thought he stepped out there.
I thought he stepped out too, Cam, and I'm calling for a challenge there because it looks like his left foot stepped out right when he tried to do that spin move. And let's see if San Diego's going to challenge this. No.
I'm surprised. That results in a first down for Miami. Team T-Pat is rolling. 8:55 to go in the fourth. Christensen back to throw. Fires it over the middle. That pass knocked away. Amon takes. He's probably been the best player for San Diego here tonight.
Yeah, he's been playing some outstanding defense. Playing up inside the box. Back out in coverage. He's just basically been everywhere.
Representing the Baltimore Vultures. 9-3 going against his coach, T-Pat. There's Mike Osai. Boy, he had career highs in receptions, yards, and touchdowns this season in Dallas, but he has not caught a pass tonight. He's at the top of the screen. 2nd down and 10. Christensen in, still completing 100% of his passes, and Ray Bentley's not going anywhere. Tackle made by Nick Fargo. That's another linebacker having himself a night for the Top Guns.
Yeah, and speaking of Osai, you would think due to his quarterback is here in the Pro Bowl with him on the same team, you would think that they would hook up and connect, but we just haven't seen that connection with the two of them here in this game.
Synergy back in, 4 receivers, 2 to either side, and Shabazz standing tall, in trouble, and the pass is knocked away by Taekwon Hale. His first big play tonight for San Diego, and he forces, not only did he hit Synergy, but he knocked the ball away too and forces a rare Miami punt.
And Cam, I think that's probably the second time anyone from this San Diego defensive line has got their hands on the quarterback. We've seen a sack earlier by Alex Dominguez, but we haven't seen anyone else get involved and put any pressure on this Miami quarterback until then.
Miami's defense, 3 sacks and 3 picks tonight. That's what San Diego's got to deal with when they get back on the field. From the 32-yard line, Davidson Jeffrey Daggs, forgive me, still on the move. Both 44s are returning punts tonight, and that should have been illegal. San Diego returning it up to the 40. Good field position here.
Yeah, great field position here. Nice return there by Daggs. I believe, Cam, if he wouldn't have made or tried to convert that second spin move but just kept straight up field, he probably could have gained a whole lot more yardage on that return instead of the short yardage that he did gain.
Ken Gossett started hot, but he's been quiet. This is Kentez back in the game with 8:14 to go in the fourth quarter. Johnson going to throw. Johnson's pass complete, 3-yard pickup. Craze with another tackle, and that reception made by Scott, his second of the second half.
Yeah, Scott, man, a big tight end out of St. Louis, Cam, who loves to catch the ball. And not only does he love to catch the ball, Cam, he's a great blocker as well.
7:52 and counting for the Top Guns in the gold helmets, the Miami Goliaths in the white helmets. Ron Cochran out of the gun with 3 wide. Back to pass. Cochran pump fake. Now fires. Caught and short of the first down. Giacomo Jones. That was nearly another interception from Ron as Patrick Ketsa was in coverage.
Ron Cochran, Cam, is playing with fire.
And actually, that was Ryan Davidson that almost got the pick. 3rd and inches.
He's throwing some balls and some tight coverages.
Ball in midfield, and that ball is right on the yard marker, and Cochran's in the gun, and Cochran's going to throw, and Cochran, deep ball, it's caught! Giacomo Jones for a touchdown! What a throw from Ron Cochran as Jones gets free. It's a 1-possession game.
And that's why Cochran is the SFL champion MVP. Stays in the pocket, shows a lot of composure, and he gets hit. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Chad Tackle that put the pressure on Jones. I'm sorry, on on Cochran, and that ball was basically almost a flying duck. It was a very wobbly one. Surprised that it even made it to the receiver.
Woo.
Take your breath. Get your glass of water.
That one, my arm hurts. I don't think that's a good sign.
Did you bang it on something? What was you doing?
Nope. I don't know, man. Getting too hyped. And boy, that took forever to develop, but Matt Rage's kick is good. 24-17. Isn't it something bad when your arm hurts?
I don't know.
Maybe I did hit it and I just didn't even realize it.
Due to the excitement and the adrenaline of this game, man, you didn't even know you hurt yourself.
Man, I don't think that's ever happened before. I'd rather have the moth hit me in the face. Rage gonna kick it away. From the 6-yard line, here comes Manning. Gabriel Manning, 25. Manning got stuck behind his blockers.
Yeah.
Had a hole out to the right side.
I love to see this speedy guy in open field.
It's the left arm, the Dead Knight. I hope that's the one that doesn't lead to something else. Golly. By the way, Jeremy Vega said that he'd be giving $20 to charity for any touchdown that Giacomo Jones or B.J. Armstrong scored tonight. So appreciate Jeremy doing that.
Thank you,
sir. Yeah, the handoff goes to or gets one for Ray Bentley.
Oh,
and Kenny Vickers is hurt, but he won the Pro Bowler anyway, to be honest. T-Pat looks on.
I think T-Pat just said, "Oh shit."
The Dead Knight says if it's your left arm, shoulder, it could be bad. It is my elbow, so I'm pretty sure I hit it on something.
It wasn't the funny bone?
No, it was just down in the elbow area. I don't know what I did. It could have been the funny bone. I don't even know what happened. For all
Now
I
you got
know.
me scratching my head over here. Sounds like some funny business.
Maybe I need to pull a what that guard was doing and just lay on the floor for a minute. 7:13 to go in the fourth. Handoff Christensen, and only a gain of 1 there to Williams. And don't look now as EZ Tempel makes the tackle, and that's the first. We've talked about the former Red Devil, and pretty soon it'll be the Indianapolis something else's, as their rebrand is just around the corner. But he makes the stop. It's 3rd down and 8 for Miami. Synergy's pass is knocked away by Jeffrey Daggs. Almost intercepted. And San Diego forces another punt. Avery King also in coverage.
Avery King almost comes away with a big pick there. Great coverage there by this San Diego defense there. And Sebastian tried to throw a sidearm laser there to Manning. Unable to come away with the gauge was all over Manning on that play there.
Oh. And wow, I mean, San Diego, just when they needed to get the stops, they're getting the stops and keeping themselves in the ball game. .6:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Punting from the 15-yard line. San Diego with Daggs returning from the 32. Daggs up to the 39-yard line. 6:36 left. Plenty of time, Damon. And we could not have asked for a much more entertaining ball game. And I think as of this moment, you still have to give the MVP probably to Michaels with the 2 picks. Maybe Christensen if he gets a little more passes under his belt. But San Diego's got something to say about that.
If the refs would have gave Michaels that touchdown, it would be no question about it.
Yep.
He would be the MVP of this game.
1st and 10 to the 39. Johnson hands it off to Odom, and he is met immediately at the line of scrimmage by a couple of Goliaths. Johnson there on the tackle and Jack Brown. And I got to say, Damon, this is one of the better performances I've seen out of a defensive lineman against the run and the pass. Johnson's been outstanding as well.
Well, shoot, Cam, they have probably all of the best defensive linemen in the league on this line here, except for Dominguez. I mean, this defensive line is stout. I mean, these guys are bringing the noise tonight.
Johnson changing the play. 2nd and 10 with 6 minutes to go. He's going to run it left. Odom has some space and a really nice open field tackle by Mahmoud Ajlani. Ash Odom up to 42 yards on 12 carries and now 47 yards on 13 carries.
And Ajlani comes up from that free safety spot, Cam, and comes away with a big open field tackle, as you just stated there. It's not easy bringing down Ash Odom in open field all by yourself, but Ajlani was able to do it.
5.5 to go in the 4th. 3rd down and 5 from the 44. This is Johnson checking down to Falco, and Falco's not going to get there. Wrapped up by Ryan Davidson. Is it 4-down territory, or will San Diego punt it?
Man, this defense is fast. That's all I can say, because Falco was open and then he wasn't. It just he was all by himself, and this defense, man, swarmed to him like some killer bees, I tell you.
And they're going to punt it away. Still a lot of time left. They'll try to pin Miami deep. This defense has been playing much better here in the 4th quarter. Falco, 4 receptions, 27 yards. That nearly blocked. And a quick fair catch called for at the 13-yard line. So again, Miami is pinned back deep. That was Major Key, who we've not mentioned a lot of tonight, calling for that fair catch. And Christensen and Synergy will get back to work. I still don't think Christensen's had an incomplete pass. I think it's been Synergy with those incompletions. It's just crazy.
It is crazy.
It might be the first SFL game that a quarterback doesn't throw an incomplete pass.
Yeah, we almost had one this past season.
We did. Synergy will hand it off to start the drive, and that goes nowhere as Ray Bentley on the carry. Amon takes with another stop, and Miami has gone ice cold. And Christensen, by the way, is still perfect, 8 for 8. $55 yards for Christensen. 4:28 to go in the 4th. What a Pro Bowl. This is what I'm talking about. San Diego, Miami, Team T-Pat, Team Mighty, assistant coaches doing a stellar job as well. And with 8 on the play clock, Synergy will hand it off to Williams. And Williams got rid of Nick Fargo, but then is eventually wrapped up by a double team of vultures. McFly and takes another 3rd and long coming up here for Team T-Pat.
Yeah, and Miami is basically doing what you should do in this situation here, Cam, and that's try to run down the clock. San Diego's not taking any timeouts right now. Now we see Miami come out in a 4 wide receiver set. Let's see what happens here.
And Christensen's back in the game, still trying to stay perfect on a 3rd down and 8 from the 15. Christensen going to throw. Christensen deep ball down the near sideline, knocked away by McFly. He says, put that record and away and burn it. Miami's going to have to punt again.
No one ends a game here in the SFL with a 100% pass completion rating.
Not even in the Pro Bowl. And I'm telling you, McFly and Takes have been the guys for this San Diego team against their coach and co-owner T-Pat.
I think San Diego has to put away the run. Start passing the ball downfield. Get yourself in great field position, an opportunity to score. Not for a 3, but you got to score a touchdown, at least tie this game up.
From the 48-yard line, they're going to be in Miami territory as Jeffrey Daggs has been a busy man here in the 2nd half with 3:31 to go in all 3 timeouts, but now it's definitely 4-down territory for Ron Cochran and the boys. What a game.
Outstanding one so far, Cam. I must agree with you.
Back and forth, we've seen just about anything. No particular unit really dominating. Defensive line with 3 or 4 plays. Quarterbacks, 3 or 4 plays. Handoff, Odom out of the gun. Ash Odom's got some room. Oh, Ash Odom got annihilated by Mahmoud Ajlani, who's been playing stellar for the Goliaths in the secondary, but it's a 1st down for San Diego.
I'm lost for words. I don't know what to say on that one, man. That was a hard hit. He was in transition of delivering a stiff arm, and Ajlani took advantage of the openness and just went straight up against Ash Odom and delivered everything he had.
3:08 to go. Johnson back in. Split backs for San Diego. Trying to tie this thing up. The handoff goes to Hart. He got nothing. Hart is closed down by Aquanta Shine and Craze. A double team tackle from the linebackers from Atlanta and Indy.
Aquanta Shine, the leading tackle of this season. here in the SFL comes away with that tackle there, not allowing Hart to even pick up a yard.
Johnson
Great run read.
on 2nd and 10. Nothing. Chad Tackle puts Colin Hart in the dirt. And now it's 3rd down and 12. And San Diego's got to make a play here. Very conservative.
San Diego is confusing the heck out of me. I mean, they're running the ball and not passing it. Got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left here. You have all 3 timeouts. Pass the ball, get up the field. I'm not understanding why they ran it on those last 2 plays.
Cochran back in the game on 3rd down and 12. Cochran, deep shot, middle, caught inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. Cochran does it again to Mike Daggs. No, Chris Curtis checked that with the biggest play of the game.
I think that's Curtis' first reception. We haven't called his name all game.
It's his second, but that one is the biggest by far. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. What a ball game here in Miami. You're watching the SFL Pro Bowl on Twitch TV, presented by APM Music.
Not sure if I can take it overtime, I'll tell you that.
Oh, having some fun tonight. Kentez Johnson is back in the game. Ron Cochran has really turned it on here in the second half. Out of the eye, handoff, running right. Gets a couple of blocks. Ash Odom scores again. Touchdown, San Diego. He's got 4 touchdowns and 2 Pro Bowl appearances.
Cam, there's still 1 minute and 56 seconds left on the clock. Miami's going to have to come out firing now. And here's a look at Ash Odom, taking nothing away from him as he gets skinny there. Bulldoze over a few linemen to get himself into the end zone. 4 touchdowns and 2 Pro Bowl games, as you just mentioned. This guy here is a Pro Bowl player.
So Matt Rage on to attempt the extra point that would tie the game. Cam is back. Get it for the final 2 minutes upon request. Johnson the holder. Good hold too. Rage, extra point is good. We are tied in the Pro Bowl. What more could you ask for? Curtis, 2 catches, 26 yards. Hart, 39 yards on 11 carries tonight. And Ron Cochran, a couple of monstrous throws deep down the field has helped San Diego erase a 14-point second half deficit. This is Gabriel Manning on the return. We've yet to see him break one out from the 5, 20, 25, trying to cut it back, and Giacomo Jones makes the tackle on special teams.
How many players can say they have a touchdown and a tackle all in one game? Giacomo Jones sure can.
Mix with the 1,500 bits, getting ready for the season. And shout outs to Alex D, 4210, Mahmoud Islani, Katunica Denver Nightwings, Iceman Gervin 44, Tom Rahman 11, TMG 82. We are having a good time. Christensen, throw, it's caught! He caught it at the 39-yard line.
Cam, I thought that pass was intercepted by the defense. My goodness, what a laser.
Shan Varner made the catch and was slow to get up. Christensen going to throw it again. That pass is caught by Varner, pickup of 7.
Oh, Cam, here goes the season 10 MVP.
Christensen with just 1 incompletion all night to throw. Christensen looks near side, caught over Eddie Gage to Optimus Klein. 3rd and 3, coming up at the 46, and actually they're going to rule it incomplete, Damon, and there's going to be a challenge.
I think you would. You do have to challenge this one here. Optimus Klein is known for making some outstanding catches along that sideline, and we've seen a lot of them become overturned due to him getting just a foot in, just an inch or half an inch before that outside of bounds line there, and that's a catch, Cam. That's a catch.
Yep. And a shout out to everybody, should give him a shout out right now in the chat room to the SFL president, and that is going to be, it stood mighty.
What?
No way.
We have to get rid of R62.
Hey, the dog is here.
Hey,
Dodger making an
Scruff.
appearance on the
Scruffy.
cam.
Scruffy. That dog looked like the dog from Dr. Doolittle.
Well, she's a little bit bigger than that. We've seen just about everything here tonight. 3rd down and 3 for Christensen. Christensen avoids a sack and then does get sacked. It's 4th down, and San Diego has to, or is going to get the ball back. Taking a timeout, Alex Dominguez with the sack.
And here's Big Sexy doing what for some reason, this dude always comes up in a clutch when it's needed. I don't know why, but he always does. Whenever the defense need a big play, he shows up.
You know, my dog says, you know, my nickname's Big Sexy too. You should see how all those dogs react.
I'm not going there with you.
Just trying to give her some love is all. Jeez, man, making all weird. San Diego has a chance to win this Pro Bowl now, as Jeffrey Daggs returns up to the 25-yard line. Damon, they were down 24-10 with about 8 minutes to go in the 4th.
And I tell you, Cam, I got to give it up to Ron Cochran. He came in and turned things around for himself and his team, because he previously threw two interceptions. Now he has 2 touchdowns. I'm not sure what happened here, but I just saw in the huddle there was Kentez Johnson. Now Ron Cochran's in the game. Maybe they did a quick substitution or something like that, but that was weird. That's the second time I saw that.
They're trying to get Miami off guard here. 1:10 to go. San Diego trying to pull off a crazy Pro Bowl comeback, and this is a floater. And haven't seen that much tonight. Colin Hart's going to lose a yard, but does stop the clock with 1:06 to go. San Diego is down to 2 timeouts.
Yeah, passing the ball behind the sticks is not cool.
Christensen 10 of 11 for 84 yards. What a night.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I bet Klein is on the sideline typing up a letter to the league's office about the sideline judge over there.
That's right. Ron Cochran now is going to loft one. He caught it at the 38-yard line. DR Sim, how did he catch that ball?
I'm sorry, Cam. 5 for 5. That is outstanding work in the Pro Bowl. But if you ask me, I think Sim was out of bounds, and we're going to take a look at it here on the replay. And he's out.
Oh,
one-handed catch. My goodness.
But did he drag the toe? Well, I mean, it's only right for them to call that incomplete, since they called the other one incomplete.
And the booth is not going to call for a review.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Sim got away with that one.
I am surprised. Sim, what a grab. His 5th catch of the night. Cochran calling out signals, man. This guy's unbelievable, coming off a back-to-back championship win, and now he's trying to get a comeback in the Pro Bowl. Deep ball to the sideline. It's caught at the 35-yard line by Siege Falco.
Mom, you won't believe what I just saw. I saw a man fly.
Hand off. Now running into field goal range. There he goes. Colin Hart. Touchdown, San Diego.
Wow, San Diego down 24-10, and they come and take the lead on a draw up the middle of the field by Hart as he scrambles. Look at the big Chad tackle trying to run him down. Son, you ain't going to catch me. I run a 4-3.
On a draw, Demond. Unbelievable. And they say draws don't work.
Shoot, you better draw too.
Wow. San Diego back from the dead on the road all the way across the country has taken the lead. What a game.
This is outstanding. Let's not forget, Cameron Irvine, that there's still 41 seconds left to be played in this ball game. And I tell you, Miami has 2 gunslingers on that side of the ball, on that side over there with them, that can pretty much get this ball downfield.
And they've been putting in work too. They have been putting in work tonight. 31-24, the Pro Bowl game for the ages. And don't forget that Mighty and T-Pat are going to be playing in the inaugural game of season 12 when Baltimore goes to Alaska Thursday, January 3rd. Very much likely on the Twitch front page. Colin Hart now 58 yards and a touchdown on 13 carries. And with that run, he might enter himself into the conversation. Gabriel Manning, nothing doing after the 28-yard line. 37 seconds, 3 timeouts for the Goliaths. Unbelievable. Ron Cochran already had, this is his second 20-point comeback of the season. Remember, he led Alaska from 24 points down earlier this season against Las Vegas. 37 seconds to go. It's Christensen, throws to the far sideline. That pass is caught, stops the clock after a gain of 4, and Mike Osai gets his first catch.
It's kind of devastating to see Mike Osai get his first catch here, Cam, in the fourth quarter with only 34 seconds left here in the ball game. It comes away with that reception there, but I wish he could have been more active into the ball game early on. This guy here is something to watch, I tell you.
Everybody give a shout out to our president, Jermaine Smith, who did the hexing for this ball game, did a tremendous job. What a game here tonight as Christensen steps up in the pocket, fires it outside. Damon, come on. Stop it. Stop it with this. Did you see that step up in the pocket with pressure at his feet?
This is what Christensen does. This is why he's last season's MVP. Christensen is a great quarterback who knows how to read the pressure coming in at him, and he knows how to fire a dart on to the opposite side of the field. That was a long throw up there to Osai.
1st and 10 of the 42, 30 seconds to go. Clock stops, still all 3 timeouts. Synergy's in the game. Synergy going long. Pass intercepted by Jeffrey Daggs. That might be the game.
And Cam, I must say that I agree with you. That has to be the game there by Jeffrey Daggs, coming away with a game-saving interception. And there was no way that Synergy should have threw this ball.
Looking for Klein, and how many passes have been intercepted intended for Optimus Klein tonight? And Miami has to get a stop, a 3-and-out, to exhaust their timeouts. And San Diego may have just pulled it. They're going to go victory formation, taunting Miami. Going to exhaust all their timeouts. The Goliaths will get one more shot.
Yeah, I really didn't understand that. Miami has all 3 timeouts, and then San Diego comes out in victory formation.
I think they're toying with them. They know it's the Pro Bowl.
They got to be doing something there. But, man, you would think that, San Diego would come out and run the ball right up the middle.
Daggs probably told him. Jeffrey Daggs said, take 3 knees and dare him to throw it at me again. I want a second pick. 25 seconds left. Miami's going to take their second timeout here. They are going to get the ball back, but it's going to be in pretty bad field position.
Hey, man, anything is possible here in the SFL. We've seen some crazy things in this league, I tell you.
And at the moment, it would be Team Mighty, although he had some help and support and some contributions in this game, it would be yet another win and another feather in his cap. Up 7. Matt Rage will punt it away after this kneel down. Miami is out of timeouts. Appreciations to Easy Tempel for creating the Miami Goliaths uniforms, and to whoever created the San Diego Top Guns uniforms, sharp as well. Got a lot of votes in the community.
Whoever.
Whoever. Matt Rage will punt it away.
Now that was funny.
Rage to the 25. This is Major. Oh man, I thought Major Key was about to do something absolutely tremendous. And with 15 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, it now rests on either Synergy or Christensen. We're going to see who they bring out there. It's going to be Christensen.
I was just about to say, Cam, if you ask me, I would love to see C Square come out here and try to sling it.
Here we go, 4 wide. If they get it in bounds, they need to hurry and spike it. This is going deep over the middle. The pass is caught. They have to hurry to get up to the line. 9, 8, 7. Pass is caught by Junior Senior the third. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he got it. Christensen spiked it with 1 second to go, and they're going to get a chance to throw a Hail Mary.
Oh, my goodness. If Christensen converts his Hail Mary, he's the greatest quarterback in SFL history.
They might bring in Synergy. He's got a bigger arm.
Yeah, but I think Christensen is the better percentage guy.
Yeah, they're keeping Christensen in. Oh, my goodness. For all the marbles in the Pro Bowl are to send us to overtime. Remember, Big Sexy on the opposite line. Here comes Christensen. Look at the protection. Christensen airs it out to the end zone. Hail Hail Mary! It is incomplete! Knocked away by Maricatera, and San Diego wins the Pro Bowl. Unbelievable performance by both sides.
Wow, Cam, what a game. Outstanding performance here by both teams. And give it up for San Diego for coming from behind. I would have to say the MVP honors for this team here, San Diego, has to go to Ron Cochran.
Yeah, it has to. I mean, despite the slow start for Ron Cochran, he was the man that led him back.
Yeah, and I was kind of worried there for Cochran. I was thinking maybe that his confidence was going to sink downhill, but he picked his chin up and got back into brought his team back. This is basically what we've seen out of Cochran all season long. Sometimes his team was down and he'll gather the troops up and he'll come back and win the ball game for them. That's why he's the SFL champion.
He passed for 210 yards and that touchdown to Giacomo Jones, who finishes as the game's top receiver out of Denver. 93 yards and a touchdown. Ash Odom, 43 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Colin Hart, 66 yards and a touchdown. Amon takes 10 solo tackles. Easily the game's leader.
Dominguez, 2 sacks. And his sacks came in at a time where it was needed. That second one was really needed at that time. It just seems, Cam, as I stated earlier, that this guy here knows when to show up in the clutch time.
Man, lots of plays in this game that were outstanding. What was your favorite one, Damon?
I would have to say when Cochran, this one right here, he stepped up and that ball was wobbly. And I don't know if you saw it or not, but that ball was very, very wobbly, man, and it converted. I didn't think it was going to make it to the receiver.
Corner more bits from Mix. And another big play here to Chris Curtis. Just 2 catches tonight, but man, were they big ones. And this run right here from Colin Hart.
We didn't see much of Hart throughout the game. We saw mostly Ash Odom, who was getting a lot of the workload, but then Hart just comes in and he's like, you know what, I'm going to make the best of my opportunity.
Synergy throws that late game pick, and that was costly to Miami. A heck of an effort by Christian Christensen, but too little too late. This was an amazing catch from senior the third, and if Gage would have just held him up another second, that game would have been over. Well, the 2K Sports player of the game is going to go to Giacomo Jones. 4 catches, 93 yards, and a touchdown.
Look at that yards per catch.
Yeah,
20,
yards per catch was huge, and also the early interceptions for Ron Cochran may have factored into that decision. We're going to take a look at some final player stats here before we send you off the air and send you into the final signings of the re-signing period and free agency tomorrow. Look at that. Miami outscores San Diego 17-0 in the third, and San Diego outscores Miami 21-0 in the fourth. We've seen over 800 SFL games, Damon. I don't think I've ever seen that box score.
I've never seen that, not even doing simulation scrimmages here in my home. I've never seen that before. That is a complete turnaround by San Diego.
Ron Cochran, 13 of 19, 210 yards, a touchdown, 3 interceptions. Kentes Johnson, 7 of 9, 54 yards. He had a really good debut in the Pro Bowl. Christian Christensen finishes 12 of 17 for 136 yards. Remember, he was 8 of 8, finished 4 out of 9 as San Diego's defense locked him down. Shabazz Synergy, 6 of 11 for 48 yards. On the ground, Colin Hart, 14 carries, 66 yards. Ash Odom, 15 carries, 43 yards. The two combined for 3 touchdowns. Jaye and Yola, just 7 carries for 31 yards and a score. Williams, 6 carries, 17 yards and a touchdown. Ray Bentley, 18 carries, 34 yards, was marginal tonight in his success. Receiving, DR Sim, 5 catches, 59 yards. Siege Falco, 5 catches, 56 yards. Giacomo Jones, 4 for 93 and a touchdown. Leading Miami was Shan Varner, 4 catches for 28. Gabriel Manning had 3 for 32. On the defensive side, Amon takes with 10 solo tackles. Johnson had 6. Davidson has 6. Alex Dominguez, the only player with multiple sacks. And nobody had multiple passes defended, but 8, 9 different times a defender got their hands on a football. 2 picks for Ryan Michaels in a loss. Cass McFly, A.J. Levy, Jeffrey Daggs also had interceptions. And tackles for loss, 3 for Johnson, 2 for Dominguez, 2 for tackle. You've seen the whole box score, Damond. One last time, who do you believe is your player of the game as we send the fans home?
Despite the 2 interceptions, Cam, I have to give it to Cochran. Because without Cochran, this team does not come from behind. Although Giacomo Jones came away with a great big reception, 23.3 yards per catch or per reception. I don't even drive that far. But I have to give it to Ron Cochran. That I would have to give the MVP to him.
The real J. Will with 1,200 bits. He's getting ready for the season after his night in the Pro Bowl. And San Diego, Team Mighty, along with LB Allen III and Johnny Savage, getting the victory tonight in an outstanding competition. This is why we do the Pro Bowl, and this is what it's all about. Thanks to everyone who tuned in tonight live and who will be tuning in on demand to check out this thriller of a ball game. Final score, San Diego 31, Miami 24. For Shan Varner on stats, Jermaine Smith, our president, Ryan Michaels, assistant director of player personnel, or Ryan Karpinski, I should say, Andrew Rastelli, the director of player personnel, and everyone else involved in the Simulation Football League. Shan Varner, Damon Simeon, Cameron Irvine saying good night from Miami. What a game.
Good night. And